Hi guys.
Hello!
We get to play an Ace Attorney again. Imagine playing Ace Attorney. Hold on one moment. Sorry, I'm still kind of looking out for things. All right. Shall we?
Can I share what is our latest... This is the theory that we've invested the most
Sure,
in.
yeah. So
Okay.
we've been talking a lot over this vacation to Chicago, and here's what we came up with.
Okay. So, Kazuma...
Oh, the audio for the thing. Hold on, let me double check that then.
Fix the audio.
Fix the audio. I apologize. Properties. Stop being funky. Okay, did that fix it?
Yes, and please tell us right away if it happens again.
Yes, please, because we've been watching over like a couple of streams and the audio is weird in a lot of them for hours. like no!
Nobody told you!
Nobody told me!
Fixed it!
Alright.
Okay. Theory time. Alright, so we think that Kazuma trained to become a defense attorney because his father was executed for a crime that he didn't commit. And then he planned to go to London with Professor Mikotoba's help and exonerate his father. And he just wanted Ryuken there for moral support until he saw Ryunosuke at trial. And he realized that Ryunosuke can actually do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they could truly be partners in finding the truth. The truth. And we also think that Cosmo's gonna be the prosecutor in the last case, because what a waste if he weren't.
Right, like why would they train him as a prosecutor if he wasn't gonna be the prosecutor?
And that Van Zeeks is gonna be accused of murder.
Also, wait for me to turn on my captions. Yeah, Ryuken grew brain cells indeed, exactly. Like, he saw those brain cells and he's like, wait, I can use this. So we believe that Kazuma's father is actually innocent and that he came here to exonerate him.
And Mikotoba is trying to prove that the professor was not a Japanese man.
Our wildest theory right now is that perhaps the Reaper is Kazuma's father, doing like vigilante justice for people who got away with crimes.
The Reaper could also be the professor. The Reaper could also be Clint, he's not allowed to reveal that he's still alive, but he's trying to still take down criminals in his brother's wake.
Yeah, sure thing, Riddles. We will catch you up on what went down when you were gone. So hopefully you're not gone for the most important part of the case. All right, let's go. Twisted Karma in his last bow. Holy shit, I'm so excited. I am very excited. Also Nivus, okay.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow.
My dear fellow.
My dear fellow.
For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
Okay. 8 days.
8 days! 8 days later!
8 days after that earth-shattering trial and Cosmo regaining his memory. We were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel.
What is going on already?
Ooh.
Whoa, this looks like a hotel we could go to.
This is so
Like,
fancy.
This is fancy, but also like not so old school that it. This is like what a hotel looks like when it's really old and fancy and it's still around a century later.
Mhm. Professor Migatoba's due to arrive at any moment.
Yes, I'm so glad we got here on time.
Susato-san hasn't been the same since what happened. I mean,
Well,
she shouldn't be?
you know,
Hello?
like, yeah.
Not that I'm surprised.
You shouldn't be the same.
The truth about... Oh, sorry.
The truth about Kazuma-sama's father.
He doesn't need to bring Jigoku as a stowaway. Jigoku was invited.
That's a very big trunk.
True.
Jikoku's like, I can't fold this well, Mikotoba.
Right, he did be in a crate, basically. Yes. in the actual cargo hold.
Do you suppose my father knew?
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah, obviously
He for
did.
sure knew.
He knew.
That he was actually the mass murderer of the professor, you mean?
See, they're gonna spend a while believing this before they don't.
Maybe for old time's sake. I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they?
They came here together. My father never told me about that part of his life.
Right.
Yes, that's true.
Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well?
He knows everything. That's right. But for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it.
Why has everyone gotta lie to us? That probably means he knows then.
Mm-hmm.
About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia. And that he's regained his memory now.
Did Kazuma just seriously walk away and they haven't seen him in 8 days? There she is. Oh.
Whoa! Wow!
Wow.
Big fancies!
Hello!
What? Thank
welcome,
you, T-Chef.
Welcome to London.
For the dranky drank.
Wow, I thought that was Gregson for a moment there.
Right? It does look like Gregson,
Whoa.
like, from a distance.
They all dressed up.
They're big fans. Oh my god, the judge?
Oh my.
Look at the judge.
Hello, Judgy.
Hello, Judgy. You look a lot different when you're not in your robes. Oh god, the trunk is really big. No! Riddles, why?
I didn't have official permission to come here, so we had to fold me.
Hello, Susato. How are you?
Surprised. You're very fashionable, Father. We're delighted you've arrived safe and sound. Also, we're really suspicious that you've been hiding things from me.
Hello, Naruhodo-san. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
You fancy pair.
Yeah, they're both
Very
big fancy
dapper.
right now.
What's going on in Jigoku's beard?
There's probably just
What's
a pin
going
for his
on?
tie.
Is that just like okay? It's
It's
just
a pin
he
for his
has, like,
jabot.
he just
Yeah.
has his beard is very fancy, and you can see through it to his shirt. Okay.
Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure.
We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas.
It has?
I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man, and why do I feel as though I've seen him? God,
Because
Ryukun.
You can get a brain cell.
Yeah,
'cause-
please put that brain cell somewhere.
Look, his buttons are attorney badges.
That's really cute.
Oh. I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me.
In that case, how about a little reminder, Shishiro?
Seishiro.
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 Seishiro. A firm tap should do it.
Yes.
Punch him in the head.
Bam!
A firm tap? What? I don't need
Not
to be
guilty!
I don't need to be tapped right now. It's a hotel lobby and she's a minor.
Here we go then. Not with that though. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Naruhodo Ryunosuke, married!
Ah.
That was what the proposal was about, wasn't it?
You're...
Now I see the beard better. I never really saw the beard style. The court will now hear the trial of Naruhodo Ryunosuke. This is a somewhat necessary flashback, I suppose.
Your Excellency.
Hello, Judge Jigoku. How are you? It's been a long time. Kind of less long than I'd like it to be. Look, his pin under his tie pin is great. Good, you've remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty!
Why'd you bring your gavel all this way? Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time.
I wasn't laughing. So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back.
Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international synopsism like this. Well, really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all the thanks to you, isn't it, Seishiro?
What are you talking about, Eugene?
Of course, Judge Jigoku. He must complete the set.
Mm-hmm.
He is the other man who, 16 years ago, came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took a rather lot of time.
Especially because I was in some of the luggage.
Fucking TSA. I must say, I'm envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
That's right.
That's going to be important later.
Yeah. Hey, that's true. That's true. That will be important.
Oh, Jikoku, why is it you're the professor? For sure.
I knew you were jealous.
I am 100% convinced that's the case, though.
So a different Japanese man was the professor.
Yeah, that's what I think. Sorry? Ministerial status?
Hiding in plain sight.
Mm-hmm. Yes, didn't you know Seishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Really good reason why you couldn't name him as a professor. But why go be a judge then? Okay, so this goes to the theory card that the professor had a righteous reason for all the murders.
It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on this study tour. Why does he have such a Phoenix Wright-like face? And also, like, his hair.
Is he his real father?
His hair, you see the hair? How it goes back like that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Also, the laugh he did was very reminiscent of the 3D sprite laughs that he does. I don't know. I don't think that they do that on purpose. Maybe that's
Jigoku secretly his father.
I think Jigoku might be secretly Ryunosuke's father.
Yes.
I don't know. We don't know about his home life.
Because you know what? It would complete the trio, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just? Yeah.
We got Mikotoba.
Yeah.
We got Osogi, and we got Jigoku. So that would mean that Naruhodo Ryunosuke is descended
probably
from Jigoku Seishiro.
Naruhodo must be the mother's maiden name. That would make some sense. I'm headcanoning this up.
Yep.
I'm headcanoning this up so hard. Alright, you're writing it down.
I'm writing down this beginning of C4 Wild Theory.
I just have my suspicions because there wouldn't be so many parallels if it wasn't, like, on purpose.
Right. They're very good with the parallels on purpose.
Like, I'm getting flashbacks and it's worrying me. Because why would they name him Jigoku? Why would it be such a point that he doesn't have to go through inspection at the border?
He didn't get inspected at the border.
I know.
He made it through.
Maybe he smuggled a person through the border.
Yeah, because like the last case also had so much calling back to within its own case, so yeah.
I don't know. I'm so worried.
Guilty as charged.
Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks.
That'd be really weird, presiding over his own son's trial.
Yeah, that would be pretty... maybe he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. It's his long-lost son.
Yeah, he knows
never
he's his
knew
long-lost
he was
son.
a-
Yes, now, Naruhodo.
We're going to look brilliant if we turn out to be right, and we're going to look ridiculous if we turn out to be wrong. So either way, it'll be hilarious.
Or we're not gonna be, like, it's not gonna be proven either way, and then
We'll
we're
have no
just
idea.
gonna be like,
We'll just-
Jigoku was his father all along.
our secret head.
Because look at how his hair is. It's like, so you see how it goes back and like the...
back. Yeah.
I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. He says you're being a real pain in the ass. Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light at a trial you were involved with 8 days ago.
Some things.
Apparently you were a huge pain in the ass.
How actually are they letting Ryukun wander around the city anymore?
About what happened 10 years ago. About that tragedy. Adis Husato. ... Yes, could you tell us any more about it?
Will they?
I was gonna say, I'm expecting it to be a straight no, but I'm gonna actually look around.
Yeah, let's look at
Hey,
the luggage.
hello?
Check out the luggage.
I can't look at the luggage.
Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, I want to so
There's
bad.
at least one lawyer in there.
Look at that. It's a picture of the Crystal Tower. Or Ray's in
Oh.
there.
Nate-chan's in the luggage!
I want Ray to be in there
yes,
so bad.
seriously.
Look at that. It's a picture of the Crystal Tower.
Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years. I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific achievement in so many ways.
It's a 20-meter. There's a 20-meter high chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at UMA University. I've spent so much time in that
I've
bathhouse.
spent quite some time in that chimney.
The attendant there is always boasting that it's the tallest object in the neighborhood.
That's funny. Little anecdotes about his college.
Did you know that over the channel in Paris, there's a tower that's 300 meters tall?
What? How many times taller than the chimney at Yume Soken? Yume Soken, hilarious. Hot springs is that? And if it's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get stuck, surely.
I don't think it's that sort of tower, Naruhodo-san, and don't call me Shirley.
God, you're so stupid. Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that. Inosuke.
This is like the companion to him being so superstitious about everything. He's just like, wow!
There's so many gems. There has to be. It's all of the gems in the whole
All
world.
the
You know how big the
gems.
fucking world is, Inosuke?
Apparently not.
Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large, spacious rooms like this.
Probably made of glass and not crystals. They had to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room?
Oh, Ryukun.
Oh my God.
Sweet summer child.
Oh my god, you're so fucking stupid.
It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light.
If I tried to hang something like that from the ceiling in the office, it would be scraping on the floor.
It's a very large chandelier.
I think perhaps chandeliers aren't for you, Naruhodo-san.
Maybe they didn't make it for you. Huh? You ever think of that? He's just like...
That desk is known as the hotel reception.
Wow.
It did not take all the trees in all the world to build that desk, just so you know.
Oh,
Anyone wanting to spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay.
obviously, because I know that trees are big. And that there are a lot of them in the world. Unlike gems, in which there's only a very, very small finite amount.
Only enough to make this one chandelier.
Only enough to make one chandelier. Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there?
Yes, I'm sure it must be.
Mew.
Sorry. I'm trying to get a position so that I'm not
hurting my back. Okay.
Okay, well now I have to be facing this way toward this screen.
Okay, how about this?
No, it's okay.
This is
I'll just scoot further back. I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like You're just gonna make me scoot further and further away from this.
I'm just trying to make sure both of us could be close to the microphone. Okay.
I'd love to stay at a grand hotel like this for a little while, wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like.
If the hotel fee was paid through our stipend, I'm afraid it might bankrupt our homeland.
True, London gives the word expensive a new meaning. Anyway, we're gonna look at everything and we're not gonna talk to you guys. Just look at those cases left there on the trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am.
Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything. Including you. He's keeping an eye on you.
So it's a trap designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. That's the fucking...
He was on the jury, wasn't he?
He was on a jury, yeah.
Wow. He's gonna be important, I guess.
Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose?
Someone's going to get murdered in this hotel, that's why. Also, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes.
Wow, just because I'm just because I'm dressed in black means I'm a fucking...
He's a ninja.
Not everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with an intent to steal, you know.
I may know, but Brits do not.
Okay. Looks like that's it.
Flowers?
Nothing.
Nope. I guess we
Nothing,
gotta talk about
nothing.
important things.
All right, let's
then.
talk about important things. Hey, I'm glad you were. Glad you were just sitting here hanging out, waiting for me to finish looking around the hotel.
Do you like the luggage there?
Anyway, so how was the voyage here? Long? Were there any murders?
Did you lose any dead boyfriends?
Right.
Who weren't actually dead?
Yeah, did anyone get amnesia? Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards.
But it wasn't as bad as when we first came 16 years ago.
No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time, we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience.
So by relax, you mean that Cosmo-sama died on the way over.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris. What?
We did, yes, although only for one night.
Hold the phone! History, please. They followed the same route as them? What?
So they were in Paris for a night. They were in Paris for a night.
Was that before or after Kazuma's little accident?
It had to have been after. Like way after.
I know. I'm kidding. But wouldn't it be nice to imagine? I know. Logistically couldn't have happened.
Yeah, like he got knocked out somewhere around Hong Kong.
Yep. Nope. They went all the way across the ocean in 2 weeks.
Right.
Stopped by Paris and then went back to Hong Kong.
Right. That's why this journey took so long. They went around the world twice. And yesterday evening we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover.
Just in time for the symposium. In fact, it starts tomorrow. Yep, someone's gonna get murdered. Someone's gonna get murdered at this hotel who is gonna present at the symposium. That's what I'm guessing right now.
It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event.
Isn't it just?
I'm very proud of you, Father. I'm also very, very angry, but I'm just going to hold that in right now for all the secrets you've kept from me all these years.
Oh, you know, he's a government official. You gotta forgive him.
Ooh.
It's thanks to Seishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to integrate himself with Britain's Attorney General. Ingratiate. I have dyslexia.
But also,
still.
ingratiate.
But also, quote unquote, ingratiate. I'm sure that's why he was invited, and I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default.
Wow.
Guys, could you... Susato is still a minor.
Mm-hmm. Speak for yourself, Eugene. You were close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Close friends?
Sutato is still a minor. Yes. Well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really.
No, there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring him back. Whoa.
It was Wilson, probably. Dr. Wilson.
Yeah.
Cosmo's father, I suppose. No, I don't think so. The professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy, was actually Cosmo's father, wasn't he?
That's correct. Genshin Asogi. Wow.
Oh no. Wow. I guess
Well-
this whole thing had a big Genshin impact.
Oh boy.
Oh, I took a capture of the fucking incredible. I was not looking at the screen when I took that first capture.
Genshin Asogi.
I am beside myself. Holy fuck.
We were supposed to deliver Asogi Kazuma to Zhongli in Hong Kong.
You've got to be motherfucking kidding me. Why would you?
Wow.
Why?
Well.
To be fair, this game probably came out, and I say probably, I mean definitely came out before Genshin
Long
Impact,
before
but
Genshin Impact. The creators of Genshin Impact, it made a great impact on them. With the one of them was a Daigakuten Saibon fan.
oh, you could say he had an impact on exactly
Sure did. Mhm,
the
quite an
Great
impact.
Genshin Impact. That's the name that they have for the incident.
Yes.
It's not even the professor or the Hound of the Baskervilles. That's gonna be the title.
Yes.
The title of Iris's new novel. It's like, okay, well, you can't call it Hound of the Baskervilles. You're gonna have to redo the title. She's like, okay, what about Genshin Impact?
Yes. Amazing. Asogi Genshin. Wow.
Sholmes is gonna be like, it's perfect.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. This is so dumb. Genshin.
Impact?
Impact. I swear. I swear I've played that before.
Mhm.
Isn't it like really difficult to get primos in the game? Man. I hear Albedo's on the banner right now.
I'm still trying to pull for Tartaglia.
Well, Tartaglia's gone way, way a long time ago, so you missed your window,
I
Susato.
know. I know, my life is over.
You're probably gonna have to wait another 6 months before he's back on the banner.
You knew, I presume, Father?
The
About the
Tartaglia,
Genshin Impact.
yeah, the Tartaglia's not on the banner anymore.
You knew he wasn't on the banner! You led me to believe I could still pull him.
Yes, he was a close friend at the time.
Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard.
I'm not gonna be able to get over this. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh,
The traveler
no.
came to Britain as a
Yeah.
police detective.
Yeah.
He was trying to find his sister. I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts.
It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth. He was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father?
You were told him recently, or? No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness.
Ooh, that was a lie that he definitely didn't believe.
Mhm.
However, I suspect he may have had his doubts,
Yeah.
Yeah. as
Yep.
he should have.
Yep.
Oh, why?
Why?
Because y'all are liars. As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up as if he were my own son. Why did you cross your arms at that, Jigoku? Hello? Then, one day, he came to my office at the university and said,
I've decided. I want to travel to Great Britain and study there.
Ooh, we've never seen that
Fierce.
that animation
That's
for
a very
him.
Hosonaga pose right now.
Yeah.
Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death?
Yes, we do think.
I don't know. But when I looked into his eyes, I didn't know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him. Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually. Oh, what? Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Ozma has since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zieks. What?
What? That's news to us. Whoa.
So,
wow. They actually look surprised.
Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then.
Whoa. The plot chickens.
The plot chickens indeed. As you know, we both thought Kazuma had died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January.
But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, Father?
In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished.
Huh. Interesting. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, but to no avail.
But he's still alive, and here in London, you say. I never dared to even dream it.
Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now.
Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia.
What? Amnesia? That sounds like an Ace Attorney bingo card point.
When we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were. I see. That sounds like an Ace Attorney bingo card point. He only regained his memory 8 days ago. And we haven't seen him since, apparently.
This is unbelievable.
Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know. Oh, definitely for personal reasons.
Definitely.
Definitely for political maneuvering.
Mm-hmm.
I must speak with him urgently.
Oh ho 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 ho.
Wonder how Kazuma's been these past few days.
How do you not know? How is he not? Did he just disappear? Like, come on.
Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? No! God, Ryunosuke!
What?
Ryunosuke, go visit
What
your
the-
boyfriend.
What the fuck?
Why are you
What
thinking
the
it would be
fuck?
wrong?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh my god, I'm so upset. I'm very upset.
Oh my god.
That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Eugene here, Genshin, Asogi Genshin, and myself. We were the original three.
We need to go see him.
Also, Asogi Genshin's sister, who was long lost. We were chasing after this one god, you
right.
see. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study.
Ocean voyages are not what they are today, I can tell you.
The three of us shared one cabin. And we don't want to talk about that anymore in front of Miss Susato.
16 years ago, things were tough for their generation. They had to walk uphill both ways in the snow.
Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yume University at the time, you know, young lady.
Oh, good. I thought you were talking about me. I don't know who my father is.
Yes, grandmother told me.
You went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. He studied with Dr. Scythe, and I'm sure we're going to be getting into that later.
Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of the prison and a burial ground. Oh, you mean the prison and the
Cemetery?
the Lowgate Cemetery?
Mm-hmm.
Not more talk of graves.
Oh, poor Dio.
Oh, poor Dio-kun. It's gonna get way more gruesome by the end, I'm sure.
Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work.
So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons. Ugh. Not my cup of tea at all.
Aw.
Hey, how about we change the subject? This sounds like a good time to not talk about this anymore.
Moving right along. Where's my boyfriend?
Yeah. Do you remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was. He was a good man.
A Scottish prison governor named Caden. It's very rare that these games mention anyone who doesn't come up for some reason.
Right?
Okay. Yes, but then of course in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case. Did he get murdered?
Yeah, I feel like they don't name characters unless they're important.
Yeah, they don't do that.
They could just like talk about the guy and then not say his name.
When Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders, which he did not commit.
I simply couldn't believe it. I had known the man for years.
That's why you couldn't believe it, because it wasn't believable.
Yes.
I was a witness at the secret hearing. Ooh!
Ooh! Were you now?
Wow, he was a
Jigoku?
witness? He was a witness.
Oh.
A witness? Like he actually witnessed something?
Or he at least spoke as a witness.
He
which
spoke,
means...
I mean, does he speak a witness, to testify in his favor? But like they're...
I think that
court
maybe
system
he's
doesn't
lying
do
to
that.
us here. I think maybe
He could be.
he testified against him.
I tried to speak in his defense, but I was lying all along.
So
and
he's the only
actually-
one of all of us that know what happened in that
He
secret
knows
trial.
What happened? Ooh.
Ooh! But you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you?
Well, suffice to say that after that trial, we were sent back to Japan.
The fuck did you do? There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was lost cause, sadly. Because the localization team decided to translate to something really weird like allogene. Well, if you'll excuse us now.
Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible. It's got your girlfriend in it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long. Tell the person that's in your trunk that I hope that they can breathe again soon.
I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here. Wait, did I hear a familiar voice? Did that come from your trunk?
Susato-san's going off on a run. I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow, and I do need to talk to that guy urgently, and you should visit your boyfriend.
And I don't actually want to talk to you
Yes,
anymore.
of course, it must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck. You've been representing our entire country this entire fucking time. Naruhodo. I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her, as you obviously have been.
He's getting murdered.
Oh, yeah.
He's so getting murdered.
He's gonna be fucking killed.
He's getting murdered. We're never gonna see him again.
Oh my god, Mikotoba.
Mikotoba, don't die, please.
If Mikotoba gets murdered, I'm gonna be so upset.
Do not die. Do not die.
Oh no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me. Well, I do appreciate you being there for her, after all. I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down.
No.
Sorry? What do you mean? Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Susato was born.
Yes, he left her.
Yes, I heard. The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life, but... well, sadly, it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too.
That's when her mother died.
Oh yes, Susato-san hinted at something like that.
No.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Seishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain.
I was too worried about you to leave you behind.
Aww.
So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany to London. I did throw you in a trunk, after all.
So that's what happened in a nutshell.
Aww.
And that's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare.
Oh, Mikotoba!
Please don't die!
Don't die!
So the world does not readily afford young women such things, I must say.
He's a feminist.
I completely understand, Professor. No, you don't.
You don't. You didn't actually understand all of that. You didn't explain all of it either.
One other thing, Naruhodo-san. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask of you.
Last time someone asked a favor of me, he didn't tell me what it was, and then I
Right.
was launched over to a foreign land to
Right.
follow in his wake and try to fulfill dreams, and I didn't know what those dreams were exactly.
Are you gonna make me say I do again? Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you? Bottom. Well, the thing is,
I'm so sorry that took so long.
Oh, wow, I'm so glad I don't get to know what the favor is again. Before he dies, probably.
Great.
Ah, Susato-san.
Now then, allow us to take your bags. I have a great feeling of foreboding, but
Allow me to take your bags.
allow him to take your bags.
One moment, if you please, Porter.
I'm trying to tell him a favor before I die.
Of course, sir. That machine around your neck, it's a camera, I believe.
How old-fashioned.
Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir.
They're going to take a photo.
Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense. Ah, yes, of course. He's so nervous! He's so nervous!
I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Naruhodo-san. Look, she's happy.
I hate this.
I hate that this is such a happy memory
He's
that's
gonna
going to
get
get
murdered
so
in the hotel.
destroyed.
It's really made Father very happy, I think.
I want the photograph. Oh, well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you're never gonna
Chef.
find out. Just.
Thank you for the drink.
Ah.
Oh my god. Professor Mikotoba was about to ask me something.
And you're not going to find out what it was. Shall we return to Baker Street then?
I
let's
want to visit my boyfriend!
I guess we're gonna just go back to Baker Street.
Thank
We're
you,
not
Ziva.
gonna go see what Kazuma-sama is up to whatsoever. We're not gonna go find out. It's been a week. We haven't talked to him. We just don't want to talk to him, I guess. I don't know why that is, but apparently we don't want to talk to him. Is it because you don't want to see Lord Van Zeeks again? Are you
Drink
anxious?
water, baby.
I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us that we could take over to Kazuma-sama's place. How about that?
Yes, let's go.
To Kazuma-sama's place?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Just kidding, we're going to Baker Street, bitch. I'm getting more and more anxious about Kazuma, though.
Go visit him! What is wrong with you people? Why have you not all seen each other? This is ridiculous.
Go see Kazuma. Go see him.
Now!
Go see him. Go to see him.
If we don't have the option to see him and we actually have to go to fucking Baker Street, I'm gonna punch Sholmes in the face. What was that for, my dear fellow?
Because you're not Kazuma. Well, I suppose that's fair, but, I don't understand.
What the? Ask after him.
Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart and not definitely go to... I guess he doesn't know where he is.
Can we presume he's already gone to Van Zeeks' office and Van Zeeks is like, you're not here. He's disappeared.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the Lord Chief Justice's office.
Let's go immediately to the Lord Chief Justice. Be like, hello.
I want to sneak
Someone.
You know, it's on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone
Rinosuke
said-
needs to fix his
he's
hair.
like,
He's
"Ooh
like,
la la."
oh, ooh, Van Zeeks is shorter than Strongheart. Just like,
yeah, just by
or maybe they're like the same height, but
yeah,
Strongheart's
let's
hair
really
is
get what's
higher.
Going on. Look at his shoulders, or where he's standing. Like, okay, keep going.
Maybe, but in perspective,
Yeah.
they're standing like side by side.
Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. Van Zeeks is writing the opening address for this forensic symposium?
Oh,
Or did he, like, edit it and put his comments?
Hmm.
Van Zeeks, I've supplemented your original with the figures you asked for from the yard.
I
see.
I see.
I see. Excellent work. Thank you. You're welcome, my lord. They can't be on good terms right now, though. He just dragged Scythe onto the stand, basically.
He's probably already faced like kind of faced the music on that one.
I guess
it's
so.
been 8
And
days.
I guess like if it is, the Strongheart that we've gotten to know, he'd be like, well, this is an absolute stain on the Mark of Scotland Yard, but like if that is what it is, we have to root all this out.
Mhm.
So
Also, we get a good look at his boots here.
yeah.
What's Lord Van Zeeks doing here?
Being sexy. My, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say?
They are probably both real pissed at each other.
Mm-hmm.
This place is stifling enough as it is. Really don't need any more tension. Oh, no, we've been noticed.
Ooh. My apologies. I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress make you all but invisible to me.
Great, thanks.
You are nothing.
I am baby. Oh, no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure.
You are a ninja.
From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here.
No!
Like Kazuma-sama.
No, I won't do that. Thank you.
Now then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord, I'm right here. Being a bottom.
Clearly.
Hi, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm over here
What?
being a bottom.
I'm not paying attention to you.
I'm being a bottom over here.
I'm just drinking my wine in the corner.
Okay. Oh, kill me now. I got rejected.
Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you.
I could use a caning right now. Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature. Oh my god, why are you being such a bottom?
If you're sure. The beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise.
Because of the daggers you're staring at me with mainly.
As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow.
Yep, so we're here to distract you.
You had better not fuck with it again. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam.
You fucking threw me off again, Strongheart. I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, are you saying that Judge Jigoku is Junosuke's father?
No.
That's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited.
Oh, he's here.
Oh.
Hello.
I'm
fixing my hair. Hey, Lord Van Zeeks.
I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Van Zeeks. Peace out.
I love you.
I will attend at once.
I love you, Van Zeeks. Kiss.
My learned friend, what are you doing? Not in front of the Strongheart. Stop that. Miss Judicial Assistant, would you take this away? I will attend at once.
He's glaring now. He's like, shut the fuck up.
He
gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he? Maybe you shouldn't have kissed all over his arm right in front of Lord Strongheart.
I know, but I haven't done anything. Have I? Other than kiss all over his arm in front of Lord Strongheart?
These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion. You would know something about that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service?
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Yes, Lord Van Zeeks is doing quite well, thank you.
Mr. Naruhodo, he's talking about Dr. Scythe.
Ah, of course. He wasn't talking about masturbation. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just,
Your time is up. Fear not, you've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further.
That'd be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me.
Mm-hmm. Very piercing. Lord Van Zeeks is doing an admirable job of holding the fort. Though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since just only yesterday. He was totally hanging around for the past week, though. I don't know why you didn't go to visit him. That seems rather rude.
Hey, Riddles, you missed Genshin Impact being canon.
Yeah, Riddles never leave again.
Yeah, apparently Kazuma's missing.
He's missing again! Fancy that!
Missing?
Oh god, really?
What's become of Kazuma-sama now? Why didn't we just go visit him?
No.
So we get that good boy a leash.
Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Exhibition exceeded 30 million. Holy fuck, that's a lot of people.
Fucking lot of people. 30 million? Not even that many people in the world. Ryunosuke,
So cute.
you vastly underestimate how many people there are in the world and how many gems there are in the world.
Like, you're aware that there are 6 million just in London, right?
Genshin is canon. I will not elaborate. You'll find out.
Yeah.
As a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, the population of the imperial capital of Tokyo is 2 million.
I will be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium. This event has been 2 years in the making, 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries, so don't fuck it up.
I'm gonna fuck it up. Sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations. I'm gonna fuck it up on purpose.
How about you don't?
How about I do?
Objection. How about you don't? The 20th century will see the wholesale adoption of forensic investigation techniques.
Tell me about your hospital food, Riddles.
Oh boy.
We actually have really good hospital food.
We
at
actually
our
did have
local
some really good
hospital.
hospital food recently.
Yeah, fruit
We
salad
were
with
like, we
many
should go
spring
back.
onions. Ooh.
Oh.
They had salmon? Was it salmon or was it some kind of other fish?
I don't know, they had everything. Salmon, chicken, beef.
Yeah, I had a chicken sandwich, yeah.
Mhm. It was cheap, that was why I liked it.
It was also super cheap, yeah.
And cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential.
Yeah, it sounds delicious, Riddles.
Which is why this landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. That's fair, Riddles.
In order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World.
He's the same as ever, I see. That passion of his is quite something.
Rawr.
You're every bit as passionate in your own way, Naruhodo-san. You're passionate about not understanding things like world population
About
and
being a
gems.
bottom.
I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about a future that embraces forensic science.
I don't know
Certainly
about that, my dude.
Not Dr. Scythe and all the other forensic scientists, only me. It is my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions. I overshare a bit sometimes. Am I oversharing now?
Yeah. So when you commit a murder, we're gonna keep that in mind, my dude. Cool. Let's just stick another topic in between the one that I care about. Cool.
I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department.
Yeah, well, it was garbage. And can you not do that now?
I cannot do a lot of things, like I could not talk to you right now. Obviously, no one wants to hear anything about it at the moment, thanks to... Even I can't keep this story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. You know, I think the guy is dealing with this superstitious London, as we've talked about, and they will just run away with rumors and whatever, and now they're like, oh, forensic science is bullshit. This incident will set back our country's advancement in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say.
It's not your fault, Naruhodo-san.
It's not your fault at all.
Oh, you're so
I
sweet. Widow.
The unintended repercussions of our trial. How about unintended repercussions of Dr. Scythe killing a man?
Yeah, how about that?
Literally killing a man.
Uh-huh. We simply couldn't have overlooked what had happened, though.
Of course not. We should all be grateful to you both.
Should.
We should all be grateful.
We're
but
not.
I'm not, particularly.
I'm gonna beat you upside the head with this
Yes.
cane. And not in a sexy
Actually-
way.
Give me the history.
Alright,
This is
alright.
actually... I'm still like a demented lover of the people, this guy.
Murder should definitely be like at least a concern.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General.
When? If?
When? This might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way.
Do you want to give another villain origin speech for a moment, or do we want to talk about Kazuma?
So is Lord Strongheart giving you his I'll become Attorney General one day speech over there?
Hey, you know what? We're gonna talk about Kazuma instead of your villain origin speech. About Lord Van Zeek's apprentice, I love him. I would like to get married to him immediately.
I heard that's why you carry that armband and that funny sword that you seem to not have anymore. Lord Van Zeek told me. He said he has dreams about you, but he said that when he had had quite a bit of wine. That came as a surprise to me, I must say, that you and he are old friends. You see, I have been filled in on everything.
How did he become an apprentice to Lord Van Zeek's in the first place?
But I put him there, of course. It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police.
Which you have 100% water borders. How did he get in? Did he walk? Did he walk from Hong Kong to Great Britain? What?
Did Sholmes hide him on the ship?
Are you okay? What happened, Kazuma? How?
I'm blaming Sholmes for the moment until proven otherwise.
Did he hitchhike? How did he get there? Hello?
They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel. Oh, what if he was deposited? What if he was deposited in Hong Kong in a a box? The box that he put bodies in. Hako, what is it called?
A coffin?
A coffin. Thank you. In a coffin. Okay, he was in a coffin. He was put in a coffin, and then he was put aboard a vessel to go to Hong Kong, but then he woke up and he pulled himself out of the coffin. And he stumbled out of the coffin, because wouldn't that be visually samesies? You see where I'm going with this? Okay.
Hi,
They
my
found
love.
him hiding aboard a large goods vessel.
I love you very much.
Oh my! So he stowed away to get here? Oh, how cute. You were all stowaways, and also we could have apparently just gone to Lord Strongheart's office at any time and asked about the apprentice at any time, and he would have just told
And
us.
anyone could have done that at any time.
At any time!
During this entire game.
He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too.
Oh, poor Kazuma.
Other than the fact he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no clues as to who he was. He just washed up ashore. Well, he was found in a vessel. So I decided to assign him to Lord Van Zeeks. That way I could keep an eye on him.
Shut up, you knew who he was.
Lord Strongheart, you do realize that when a random unidentified person gets found on a cargo boat by some random border cop in Great Britain, the normal thing to do is not have him apprenticed to the highest prosecutor in the land.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They're like, you know what? Instead of like possibly deporting him or trying to contact his homeland or anything like that, you know what we're gonna do? Assign him as a prosecutor's apprentice. Because fuck it.
To stand in the Old Bailey.
Yeah, your
Yes.
highest court in Great Britain.
Because this makes so much sense.
You know exactly what the fuck you were doing. Also, thank you, Riddles. But then why the mask?
Because I'm lying, obviously. I didn't want to burden Lord Van Zeeks with tiresome explanations about why he had an Eastern apprentice. That's actually a fairly legitimate cover reason.
Thank you, Riddles, for saving my throat. But I'm going to do it anyway. That logic seems sound to me. Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask.
He's proving to be a great help to Lord Van Zeeks. I have high hopes for his future.
Oh my god, thank you, Riddles.
This is freaking crazy. This is crazy. I really look forward to finding out how much of this is Strongheart bullshitting and how much is genuine.
By the way, do you know where he's gone?
No idea. But I believe he's left London for the time being.
Shut the fuck up. No, he hasn't.
No.
No, he hasn't. No, he's still around. No, he's still around.
He's gone to Baker Street. He's waiting there for you.
Oh.
It's been a week and you didn't see him. I take it you also didn't know that the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals, I mean.
No, we knew.
But we're just...
But we're gonna not tell you because Lord Van Zeeks is the one who told us.
We've only been keeping this deep... There you go, Riddles. There you go, Riddles.
Genshin Isogi. The one who made the biggest Genshin impact in history.
The biggest Genshin impact is Kazuma's father! The true great traveler.
Yeah, right.
He was one of the great travelers. He's the original traveler from Japan to Great Britain as a study tour.
Don't worry about clipping it. I will clip it myself. The time when we found out.
Okay, so Lord Van Zeeks just unearthed to Ryunosuke and Susanto the great secret that this government has been keeping under wraps for a decade. And he's just let him fuck around to Baker Street. Like, he's just let him fuck around. Like, it's just fine. Alright, moving right along. Nah. Kazuma's father's crimes.
Crimes. Let's talk about crimes. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock, finding out my friend's father was...
Yes. Genshin Isogi. The professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain.
An impact?
You might say it caused quite an impact.
They were such awful murders and unprecedented. Using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon, that's probably going to turn out to be superstition, but okay.
Or an actual dog.
And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then and can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither do the citizens of London. Now we must keep it that way, or...
And now I'm party to another state secret.
The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand.
Correct. However, it has to be noted that there were some supporters of the professor's apparent cause.
Uh-huh.
That would be all of the East Enders. That would be all of the poor kids in
Class
the city.
warfare.
Uh-huh. That would be everyone who had their window bricked up. And had to like find a halfpenny on the floor to pay their gas.
A threepenny?
A threepenny. Okay, a threepenny.
A threepenny bit.
A threepenny bit. They had to scrounge for every threepenny bit that might ever have been dropped out of the pocket of a McGilded.
What? Supporters of a mass murderer?
Yeah, for good reason. The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Whoa! Okay, so 4 out of 5 we're saying, right? Because Van Ziek's in the corner twitching. Don't say that about my brother. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole.
Like McGilded.
Or so a fair few thinkers in London believed anyway. Such as myself.
Right. I see, but it was still murder, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was fun.
Zeke has a Twitch. Yes, he streams. What would he stream? He would definitely be like...
I don't know why I was imagining him streaming Hades, but he would stream...
it's XX wine yeet. Oh gosh.
Yeet.
I was gonna say like I was gonna
Dark
be like probably
Souls,
some serious game like probably like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Or
That's the one I was thinking.
or like Civilization. Or and then I had a random thought of if it's yeeting, then the cat simulator where you knock things off of shelves.
Yes. Oh my god, he would just play that, the cat simulator.
Yeah.
This is how he you know, winds down.
Right.
Just yeet.
Wii bowling so he could throw things a lot. He's definitely a person who threw his Wii remote into the screen.
He's that guy who, when he got his first cell phone, he threw it at the wall in anger. And he was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, good thing I backed that up to the cloud.
Right.
It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey. See? I have my conspiracy map going now.
Totally put Van Ziek's VTuber
Yep.
model over a cat sim gameplay. Yeah.
The professor is the Reaper.
With only the audio yeet, yeet,
Yeet.
yeet, yeet.
Yeet. Yeet. I don't like you connecting 2 and 2, young lady. Oh,
Alright.
okay. Well, that's it.
What do you
Present
think
the
about my
armband.
badge? Could I show you this, Lord Strongheart? No.
I don't have time for that. I'm the Lord Chief Justice. I'm not here to offer advice about evidence.
That's not evidence, it's my armband. Oh.
You want to talk about your feelings, go to Baker Street, where you will be ignored as well. The evidence is dull.
I'm gonna need Dancing to record a Van Ziek's yeet for that. Alright,
Yeet!
let me be quiet for a second so you can have a good yeet.
Yeet!
There you go. Perfect sound clip. Oh, so that's the real reason.
Oh. So we don't see Cosmo for a week, with no explanation why, and now we have to go deal with this asshole.
Alright, Mr. Sholmes,
Okay,
what's
Mr.
up?
Sholmes, where the fuck is Cosmo?
What?!
So, this is where you've been staying, is it, my love? Right on this chaise?
Cosima?
It looks very comfortable here. You've been
Cosima?
spending a lot of time on it.
Cosima?
I mean, I've forgotten
Cosima?
my memories. I just,
Cosima?
I don't know why I'm here.
Cosima?
I just wandered in here.
Cosima?
Wee 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 wee. Oh,
No, DCMA, please don't. What was that?
A man screaming in a most unflattering way. It must be Mr. Jones.
Must be Mr. Sholmes. Do you think? Could it have been Mr. Sholmes?
Absolutely, it was Mr. Sholmes, unquestionably. I do hope not.
What the fuck is happening here? and who is this?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this.
Don't do it anymore.
Are they French? Mon ami, mon ami. Stop this disgraceful display, huh?
Who the fuck are these people? Look at their hair, it's bright red.
I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes who are going to just stand here and take up our time while we know who's here visiting.
Unfortunately, they were modeled, which means they're important.
They're important. No.
Ah.
Right, you two, you come with me now. Get the fuck out of here. Down to the clink.
Oh, they're being arrested. Thank
Great.
you. Please get out of my face.
Please leave. Let's not deal with you right now.
No, not in prison. It is dark and damp, but I don't like it.
I don't want to defend these two. Can you leave now? Both the darkness, it is my friend. I am not scared.
But Rory's scared in the dark.
Shut your mouth, you idiot. I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring heist. Really?
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Well, I thought I was going to get the fuck out of here to Germany or something. We'll finish this down the yard. Now get moving.
We're gonna go to Paris.
Paris, whatever. Just away from these blokes.
Bye then, Genie. Have fun. Haha, please get them out of my sight. They drank all my tea.
Oh yeah, thanks Iris, and thanks your great detective. Haha. Gina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she? Now, where is Kazuma-sama?
Oh, Susie and Bruno.
Hello, Iris. We're home.
Well, did you find your... I'm too young for this.
No, he went missing.
Did you find your father? I was talking to you, Susie.
Oh, yeah, you were talking to Susanto.
You were talking to me. You were clearly talking to me. Clearly.
I mean, Lord Strongheart did threaten to cane me, so maybe I did find my daddy.
I'm a minor!
Also, Ben Zeeks was there, so, you know.
And Zeke's, it was 2 tops in one time.
Yeah, 2 tops at once. My dream.
And now he's come home to Cosma topping Mr. Sholmes.
Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friend. I do hope that they won't die tonight.
How many screen caps does this exist? Hopefully 0, because Iris is a child.
She is a child.
Oh, well, that's great news. I hope I'll get to see my daddy again soon.
You won't.
Narrator. And she didn't.
And she doesn't.
She never does.
Ah, yes, of course.
Remember when we were gonna tell her this?
Remember when we were going to tell her and I said that honesty was really important and
Yeah,
I was going to tell you everything?
And that there was no secrets that we were gonna keep anymore?
No secrets.
Yeah,
just-
we lied about that.
Just the one secret.
Yeah. Dr. John H. Wilson.
I'm
probably
gonna presume it's
Sholmes.
So, Iris, all that remains now is that greatest of problems known to man. Me.
What the
What the fuck? Sholmes! What have you done to yourself, Mr. Sholmes? But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea is in order. Don't you? My dear fellows, why is everyone staring at me so oddly? I look like this every day.
Did something happen to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I was just experimenting with a new hair dye. I was
It
drinking it,
looks
you see. It tasted delicious.
markedly worse than your original hair color.
The most effective way to dye hair is through the esophagus.
What?
I have demonstrated that with my latest experiment.
What?
Don't you see how effective it has worked? Why don't you drink some? I think you'd look quite lovely in red.
I hate you. Don't talk to me anymore. Where's my boyfriend?
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
You. consistently are very wrong. So very wrong.
Do I have a crumb or such like on my face or my entire head of hair, perhaps?
Not so much on your face
He even got his eyebrows.
as on your head, I'd say. Yeah, I know, like, hey, that's very thorough, dyeing the eyebrows as well.
Didn't you know? I'm a ginger. Surprise.
Come along then, everyone. I've brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea. Let's not entertain him or he'll keep doing this every day.
By the way, Shells, you found my boyfriend you found dead. Yeah, that's a thing.
Why, yes. Oh, of course. I was just having tea with him and he was telling me what a lovely chaise I have. I don't know why he was so interested in it.
Oh, yep, Sholmes is Diluc now. Genshin Impact is canon.
I'm just going to open up a bar and then spend money on the Russians.
Whatever.
Want to be the sugar daddy for child.
I am no, what is even, I don't need, what is going on? Where's Kazuma-sama? In that case, let us sit and drink now. I believe you'll all need one. If I'm in fact expecting a guest later today, he may have brought his calling card.
Is it Kazuma?
Sitting on my table.
I would like to talk about my armband and not your hair. Mr. Sholmes, about this.
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. Is this the first time you've shown me this particular trinket?
I think so. It may be.
It could have been, I believe we've showed it to him before. Not to mention we've only been wearing around him the
Yeah,
entire
I
time.
haven't
We've known
actually,
him.
at the beginning I was very lax about showing this to everybody, but I think this might be. Oh, I don't really remember, to be honest.
My saying that it's a collar for a breed of miniature canine with a particularly long neck.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have, yeah, we've
Yep.
shown this to you before.
Were to precipitate a "here we go again" from your lips, we could be sure it was not the first time.
Here we go again.
Love it. Deduction, you see, my dear fellow. Deduction. I love that.
Yeah,
that was
no,
actually
that
fantastic.
is a,
That was adorable.
yeah, I do remember that.
Oh!
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 Ryunosuke woke up this morning and chose violence.
All right, Mr. Sholmes.
Wait, no, actually, hold on.
Let's examine the mask.
Hello?
Hello. The border police just found this man. They just found him and brought him into me, and I said, why don't I just assign him to the highest prosecutor in the land, the man who I rely on for everything?
The mask Cosmo wore when he was assigned to Lord Van Zeeks as his apprentice. When he cast it aside after the trial the other day, I just sort of picked it up.
Aww.
It made it very hard for him to drink out of wine glasses.
We ought to give it back to him, I suppose. Clink. I just felt so sad watching him across the way at the bench in the trial, and every time Van Zeeks offered him a glass of wine,
Clink.
clink, clink.
But he has his memory back now, doesn't he? And I can't help but... I can't have a feeling he might turn around and tell me coldly to wear it myself.
But isn't he your best friend? Also, apparently more than that.
He was also kind of a bitch.
No.
Tea? My eye's always drawn to this big metal chest. Yeah.
We've been here before. You've been inside things like that before.
Yeah. Oh, Sholmes kicked it. I don't think we need to examine anything else. I just wanted to examine the thing. Hey, let's talk about your two visitors.
Oh boy.
Mr. Sholmes,
Who were the two gentlemen that were here before, and what crime are they about to be accused of committing?
Well, I mean, they were just put away.
Oh, just a pair of petty criminals, nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. By selling hair dye. When the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions. When the mood takes you,
All manner of infractions. By the way, I'm the mood.
I didn't need to be reminded of that. But when such fellows set their sights on Mr. Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out. Oh my, you were the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes?
Assassination, actually.
But I quickly devised a trap. I devised a trap to plan them. I devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally. You should have asked Craigsy to come too. We could have had an arresting tea party. Would have been very arresting. I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. Do you believe he's prepared to ship himself and Gina out of here before the Reaper comes to get her? Bois! The man is consummately in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure, in German. Aha! I have it! A bungler. That's the word.
It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. Those redheads had been up to no good.
I wonder what the men did.
Ruined the world, honestly.
The greatest problem. It's you.
What was that about the greatest of problems known to man that you mentioned before? Is it you?
It's me. Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes?
Or is it you?
It's me. How should I best explain it? I won't. Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance?
Oh boy. Where are you going with this, buddy?
Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly?
Alright, the music is suggesting that this matters.
It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now. I wrote about it in my diary. Yup! According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops.
Nothing happened, T. Nothing happened. Wait, what? We were apes?
Indeed, and from the very moment those apes descended from the canopy to live as humans. Meow. It has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man.
Siva, don't be swayed by the red hair. He was way hotter when he had blonde hair.
Ah, the greatest problem known to man. The meaning of life.
It's you.
What is the meaning of life? What is this great problem, Mr. Sholmes? Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent! Yes! That is the greatest problem!
Oh,
my
thank you,
dear.
T-Chef. I did just drink, but I will drink again. Just for you.
Sholmes is a millennial after all.
Mm-hmm. Wrong millennium.
Wait, how old is Sholmes again?
He's like 30. He's in his 30s.
32, 33? People? Wait, do we have a cosmo
34.
He's 34. Quick, go.
No?
No?
No.
Oh, hey, wait. We should look at look at our peoples.
Okay.
Okay, well, Susato.
Judicial assistant. She's epitome of refined Japanese lady. Sholmes, he's an idiot.
Sholmes.
He's a wagging dog.
Who's an idiot?
Extraordinary girl. Mikotoba. Yup. Cool. Jigoku. He's the man who acquitted me.
Millennium, you say. Tell me why we're short on rent again. Tell me why they won't raise our wages. Anyway. Absolute authority. He's thoroughly intimidating. Reaper of the Bailey. Supposedly the souls he prosecutes are eternally damned one way or another. He's gonna get you.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's 18 years old. We can legally make jokes in front of her now.
Yay!
Long-suffering sigh. Oh.
But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Tuspels only the other day? Did you spend it all on avocado toast?
Spending your money on things that you don't need, like rent and food.
I really think you should cut your Netflix subscription.
Right. Getting a minimum wage to $12 an hour soonish. Fantastic.
Soon TM?
Soon TM.
Pshaw! A large sum? One potted herb for Iris and a new motor car for me later, and all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you. New motor car.
Why did you buy your avocado toast? You bought a Tesla?
When I say a potted herb, I do mean a marijuana factory.
Amazing.
Honestly, Hallie, you know you squandered it.
Nobody needs a Tesla.
You're leaving nothing behind for my generation.
Yes,
Elon
well,
Musk is a douche anyway.
2 days ago, so that'd be 1 day before Cosmo disappeared, I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem. For the coming months at least. Just a month.
And what was the answer?
Why? There's a substantial clue before your very eyes. I've asked the apprentice to go do some work for me, saying that he needs to bring money to his best friend.
Don't tell me, let me see. Did you start a chocolate shop?
He's starting a tavern.
Yes!
He's gonna start
I've
a tavern,
started a
and
tavern,
he's gonna
and
be
I'm-
selling dandelion wine.
I'm going to send money to the Russians. Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what is in front of their noses.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to be on the cover of a Bad Rap album,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Let me give you some assistance. Don't look, but observe me very closely. There is one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think. You might have to look very closely. Just look me up and down. Iris, turn away. Up and down. Everywhere. Keep
Slap.
looking.
In the end, it's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation.
Mr. Sholmes.
I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Naruhodo-san.
Thank you for trying your best to suggest that I don't have any brain cells, but I have this one, Susato.
I'm just trying to appease
I
our
actually
landlord.
I understand this one.
Okay.
I do understand. I appreciate you trying to cut it up into bite-sized pieces for me, but I got it.
I actually figured this out. Okay. Off you go then. Out of the nest.
By now, the Great Detective Sholmes' new album, The Wrong
The
Millennium.
wrong millennium. Yeah.
Hilarious. Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes on any longer.
He's been so done with Sholmes, like, cases ago. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're not even going to acknowledge it.
He's dyeing his hair red for rent money? Is he like a walking advertisement for hair dye or something?
I really fucking love that we're just
We're just gonna like, no.
we're just ignoring him.
Ignore it. Okay, so you lied to us, bitch.
Hey, so let's talk about the lie you told to us. Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? We turned off the music just so you'd have perfect opportunity to tell us about your lie.
Well, I've got a case to run off on now.
I am going to kill you with my bare hands.
Ta-ta. Iris, take good care of them with the tea now. Toodles.
You're going to be part of an autopsy report. Just over a week ago, you said to us,
almost unnecessary flashback. I will tell you something of the first importance now, my dear fellow. Detectives fucking lie to your face.
mm-hmm.
It will serve you well to remember that.
We're not gonna fucking accept that as an answer. Ooh,
Oh.
that's a grim face.
Uh-huh.
That case aboard the SS Brea in January.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmo wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what was really going on? I waited 8 whole days to ask you this.
Just, we hung out. We maybe fucked again in the chaise. No, we did not.
No, we didn't.
I think Sholmes made himself
No,
scarce.
you were in the doghouse is what you were.
The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, the side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew.
But how?
After they'd carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Then I made them swear.
Fuck.
Shit. To leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse.
Why? Why would you do that?
Why? Why would you do that?
Why?
Why? What? Oh, how horrible! Why would you do that? It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course. I did have to offer my body.
But why? Why do it in the first place? Yes, Sailor Chan is back for just a moment.
I will be at liberty to elaborate in due course. Ha ha ha! I'm escaping again, wriggling away from you. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events.
Oh yeah, you know how you accused me of killing him and then I was in handcuffs? And then you fucking played with me for like a whole hour?
Fuck this guy.
I hate you so much! What events?
His disappearance in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay, so I didn't matter to you. The fact that they were going to arrest me as a murderer didn't matter.
Didn't really matter. Not important. Not whatsoever. Didn't really know you back then, after all. We weren't fucking or anything.
Oh, what? What, Mr. Sholmes?
I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment.
Yeah! I'd fucking say so! I would fucking say so! Hello? Mr. Sholmes? What the fuck?
Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Just leave it at that. That's it. That's all we got here.
Go to my room.
Good fucking goodbye. Okay, wait, just hold the fucking phone for a moment there, okay? So hold the fucking phone. All right, so he bribed the crew somehow to be able to hide Kazuma and, like, drop him off in Hong Kong like he was a corpse. So, but, like, when did Kazuma know? When was Kazuma awake? Like, did Kazuma just wake up in Hong Kong in a fucking box? Did Sholmes have someone who was gonna take him out of the box who didn't show up? Like, what the hell happened? How traumatized was Kazuma in all of this? Did he just, like, show up in a box in Hong Kong and then he ended up on some vessel? He ended up on a vessel from Hong Kong to Great Britain with no memory? Just wandering around. Oh my god, this poor boy. Fuck you, Holmes, Sholmes, Sherlock! Fuck you! Fuck you by every name you could be known by.
Yeah, the fucking Susato takedown would have been real nice right about then.
Why?
Hi, Susato, let's have a conversation.
Why the fuck did he have to do that in the first place?
Oh my god,
Why?
alright.
Why do that in the first place? Why?
I'm gonna present this to you because I love you.
Yes, let's talk about Kazuma-sama. Oh,
No!
I stayed up late to mend that for you the other day.
Probably the
Nanahoda-san.
same as like, yeah. Thank you, you did a really seamless job.
Hey. You're very welcome. It's all in a day's work for your judicial assistant.
The only thing is, I accidentally dropped it into the Toms yesterday. But now I'd rather smell.
Why would you do that, Nuka?
The Thames. I dropped it into the Thames.
Then take better care of it, please.
It was all going so well until I ruined it.
Oh my god.
Why did you drop it into the Thames?
Mr. Sholmes, what the fuck? Okay, what the fuck else is going on here now? No, get out of my face.
Alright, let's examine
no,
around.
there's nothing else. Fuck
I
this.
hate this.
Is
there anything to look
Did we look
at?
at the paper? Did we look at the paper?
What paper?
The paper on the chaise? No.
Oh, this paper.
This looks like last week's edition.
This looks like fucking evidence.
Mm-hmm.
What's that article circled in red ink there?
It's in an advertisement column. It says, oh no. To the Red-Headed League. Oh, we're really gonna do this? Is this what we're really gonna have to do now?
The Red-Headed League? What's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but I feel like we're probably gonna have to talk about this for a long time before we get to see Kazuo-sama again. Is something on my face? Yes, it's your face! Your face is on your face, Mr. Sholmes.
Clearly this has something to do with that lively hair.
Great.
Hey,
Fucking
Sholmes.
great. If we're just like doing a regular fucking case, this is just gonna piss me off.
It looks as though there's no way that's gonna be.
There's no fucking way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, whatever the case is, it's gonna be fucking tied into like everything.
Yeah, I know. There's no real regular cases in this game, but just like, I don't want to dick around. I want to go see Kazuma. This fucking sucks.
Be patient, baby.
I'm not patient at all. I was patient for an entire week while we were away. How did I deal? How did I handle myself? Basically by rewatching all of our streams.
We are gonna be strumming for a long time today, so start to be patient right now. Calm down. Take a deep breath.
Be at one with myself. And fucking Mr. Sholmes. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes.
To the Red-Headed League.
Does that strike you in some way?
I'd like to strike you
In some way.
in many ways. I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair.
Why ever would you think that? Why ever would you look at this newspaper article that I draped over your chaise? Just where you tend to look. Hehehe.
You're gonna open a dandelion wine business? Is that it?
You seem to be paying a lot of attention to me. So, at last you've learnt to apply my methods, Mr. Nadahodo.
By using my eyeballs?
You have 2 of them.
Sorry?
In the first instance, in quite indispensable observation.
Believe me, I couldn't have seen that hair with my eyes shut.
So then, allow me to regale you with the details. Allow me to Allow me to regale you with the details.
Do you need an ambulance?
The details of my latest exploits, my dear fellow.
Regale or boast?
Regale. I shall regale you. Oh no.
I want to rotate my evidence.
Rotate that evidence. What the?
Get four pounds per week if you're redheaded?
What the? What? What? What the? This is really weird. This is weird. This is weird.
What the fuck do you mean?
What in the? What does Miss Lebanon of Pennsylvania want with gingers in London?
So what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you circled?
Well, you see, I'm opening up a bar. You noticed it in the paper then. That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment.
It was? How?
According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair.
That doesn't entirely surprise me.
But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. A good kick in the teeth. An unconditional salary of £4 a week.
That sounds too good to be true and like a scam.
Oh my, £4 a week?
Yes, well, all I had to do was get 2 more people to go red, and then they would get 2 more, and then they would get 2 more.
Why? What are they paying people for?
To get other people to turn red. No details are given in the advertisement.
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 Good one.
But surely every redheaded... No, I haven't been here long enough. Surely every redheaded person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. So will I. Just on the off chance that they can't tell that I...
That might be stretching the point, I think.
The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people join, no one else can.
So all we have to do is kill off a few of them. As luck would have it, one member recently passed away. He was murdered, and you're going to be investigating. It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes.
It was the Irishman. The one that they named. So you decided to try to join in his place.
Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow?
No.
So why? Why did it have to go so wrong? This is a good screen cap out of context.
What on earth happened?
A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it.
This would be endearing if I weren't so infuriated right now. What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm glad you asked, Mrs. Sato. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry! I was right, he drank it.
Chemistry?
I ate a lot of carrots. I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one hair flame like red! Haha! I know, Mr. Sholmes. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body... Every last hair on your body.
I'm even a redhead down there.
Why don't you confirm for yourself? Inspect the evidence.
I think I'll pass.
I think I'll leave. But Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
My dear madam, you're the same one who told me not to drink that vial in Dr. Science's office, but I found it quite delicious. Amateurs are always hampered by such fears.
You actually drank that vial in the...
Mr. Sholmes, how are you still alive? But of course I'm still alive. To earn £4 per week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger. Ha ha.
That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely?
So anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street, where the Red-Headed League were interviewing prospective new members, ironically.
So what went wrong?
The whole park was choked with red-headed folk like a Costa's orange barrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Hairlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?"
Ugh.
Usually you like being recognized.
So naturally, I had no choice but to reply, "Shh, don't give me away." After which I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police.
Oh dear, what a disaster. For Hurley and those two redheads.
Did he turn in, like, legitimate? I'm really confused.
Wait, what?
I don't know what the scam was here exactly. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling. Aha! Here is my guest now, my latest client with money to spend.
Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley.
Oh, God. Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. How the fuck does one pay rent when the boomers have taken everything from us? I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating. Save locating a runaway, of course. I won't help you whatsoever find your dead boyfriend.
Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you?
Jesus, Sholmes.
Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due.
Whack.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, why, hello.
Oh, this is only the second time you've been to our apartment.
Oh, my.
You remember the first time you came over?
Mhm.
The first time you came over to the apartment. And we had sex on the fans. Anyway. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Herlock Sholmes, please. Oh, please. Please find my husband. He's run away. Oh, there he is. Hello.
I don't do runaways, you
I'm
see.
not your husband.
My husband. To upset me.
I beg your pardon.
Never mind. A personal matter. My apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I didn't say a word.
Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please.
Of course.
What's the matter, Mrs. Sato?
Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. She was in the jury. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before, like the jury. Very recently, she was on the jury.
Yes, now that you come to mention it, I saw her in my bed not too long ago. Also
that
on the jury.
Why I've seen her? I didn't need to know that.
You probably saw her in a towel earlier this week.
Oh.
As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil.
Is it Evie? Is it Evie?
Evie Vigil.
Evie Vigil. What do you think?
Evie.
they're
Let's
trying
do
to say?
Evie.
Evie Vigil.
Ever Vigil, maybe?
Evie Vigil. Evie
Evie Vigil.
Evie. We'll do Evie.
No, we'll do
Evie.
Evie. I mean, I thought Evie because... because Ever Vigil.
Ever Vigil.
Like
Evie.
forever-
Evie Vigil.
Yeah, so
Evie Vigil.
Yeah,
Should be Evie.
Yeah, I'll be Evie. It'll be
Okay,
Evie. Evie's fine. Evie also sounds fine, but Evie makes more sense to
Evie.
me. I don't know why.
Evie.
I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure.
I'll name your figure, I suppose.
Right, I've seen your figure. Anyway.
Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam, except when the rent is due. Which it is, so. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough, except
Oh,
when the
good. Then
rent
I
is-
won't pay you.
No, that's, but it's very important to my daughter, you see.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence.
I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also.
If I might inquire, sir. This gentleman and lady would be... Oh, me? Oh, right, you have to remember, you have to pretend like you've never seen me. And you've never been on that chase before. What I am about to tell you, I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand?
Whoop! Understood. Oh, out with you, Japanese folk. Leave. Ah, well. I suppose these are my friends. They do occasionally pay rent. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me.
I see.
I can vouch for the gentleman personally. After all, we do spend quite a bit of time on that chaise. He's hard of hearing. Can't really understand almost anything you say, as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna beat you upside the head so hard you're going to be hard of hearing. Why did I ever get my hopes up?
Oh, dearkin. Dearkin.
Forgive me for asking, Mrs. Vigil, but have we not met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps?
On this chaise.
Oh my. No, we did not have a secret relationship.
My dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. Ha ha! If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion. Allow me to demonstrate.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week? Ah, I knew I recognized her.
She like you.
Yeah, we don't need this flashback, thank you. I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
This is like when Cosmo's like, you saw Giselle Brett, and your description of her was
a woman.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing, I mean.
Oh, not being Japanese in a foreign land or anything.
Pardon?
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really, nothing more.
Now look what you started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much.
Asshole. Total asshole. I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
Yes.
Gonna make you sit quietly in the corner later, Mr. Sholmes.
Fucking kill you.
Tell us about your husband, madam.
Mr. Vigil, my daily, is 40 years of age.
How old is she? Do we have her in the court record?
36.
She's 36.
Very sexy.
I have a photograph here.
He looks like a chump.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least.
You could say he looks like a chump.
How long have you been married? And how long have you been faithful?
It will be 15 years this year.
We have a quarter relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live comfortably.
Why, hello. You definitely have an arrangement.
She definitely fucks behind this man's back.
You have an arrangement. They have an above board arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, you are my pretty trophy wife. I will make a nice comfortable home for you. And we're gonna go to all the dance balls together, and
then you can fuck the Japanese lawyer,
and then I can fuck my my gardener,
right?
You know, I can fuck the butler.
How much are we betting he's redhead?
Oh, good God,
possibly.
Yep, that was a black and white photo for a reason. As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things. Mr. Shaw.
Wow, fucking rude.
God damn.
Oh, gosh.
Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right, he's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
Oh, those are cute.
I, however, have no qualms or sense of loyalty, and I will fuck around on him all the time.
Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see.
What is your husband's employment?
He's a rent boy, you see.
Is he a red-headed league?
What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
What?
You know, the exact prison that is situated in front of that graveyard that Dr. Mikotoba talked about, you know?
The one by Lowgate Cemetery,
The one by Lowgate Cemetery, and his name is the Caden, which is what the name was of the guy.
Wasn't that a governor?
No, was he a governor?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
He could also be a governor and a warder at the same time.
A guard? That is somewhat unusual. It's not unusual to be a prison warder.
So your husband is a prison warder.
It's not unusual.
He's going to be the... Wait. They've been together for, like, forever. This guy was the prison warder 10 years ago. He's the one guy who really killed Kazuma's father. But they had to shut him up.
Maybe.
That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder.
I hope Kazuma didn't kill him.
Oh, Jesus.
Or, like, kidnap him.
Tell me what happened.
Or maybe Cosmo was
rogue.
accused of being of killing.
Yes.
But the thing is, we already decided that we don't really want that.
Mm.
We don't want to really defend Cosmo because it's like...
No, we don't want that. Even though it would be a good parallel with the beginning, it would be better to have us defending than Zeke's.
Right, and then have Cosmo be the prosecutor because it would make more sense
Mm-hmm.
as to why they trained him as a prosecutor.
Right. Why did they train him as a prosecutor unless he's going to be a prosecutor in this game?
Right.
Indeed, I see. Well, Chief Prison Warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's definitely... That
Mhm.
definitely makes sense as to what happened 10 years ago with
Yes.
the professor.
What happened 10 years ago was that your poor husband was there, and he was one who was supposed to make sure that Mr. Asogi's father's death was carried out.
Perhaps he was kidnapped by Mr. Asogi and is now
Perhaps he
being
was.
interrogated.
Perhaps he was.
Dreadful punishments. Does she mean capital punishments?
That's exactly what she means.
And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory.
So we're gonna find him and Cosmo in the prison dormitory.
But for that extra responsibility, he is remunerated more handsomely than the other warders.
Boy, this is a really dark game, man.
Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors.
Of course not. We tell them he's part of the Red-Headed League. Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged?
Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes. You know, the one that's the most important.
Ah, would that be the one that's the most important prison?
Yes.
Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. I love to visit the prisoners there. If I'm not mistaken, there is a large cemetery just behind it.
Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery. I started saying Lowgate Cemetery before that even came up on screen because I was going to make a joke, but I did say it in fact. Exclamation mark! No! I don't want to be on this case anymore. Lowgate Cemetery, the very place we were discussing in court. That's unbelievable.
It's very believable.
How many cemeteries are there in fucking Great Britain or in London?
Unbelievable, my dear fellow, and yet undeniable.
Hey, mind reading?
Oh, Susato taught me.
No, not allowed.
Just a little bit, though.
No, she's not even allowed to do it.
Mm.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me.
Ah, pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. A private matter,
A matter for my privates, in fact.
which are crimson.
Yes. This can't really be a coincidence, can it?
It cannot.
It is not. Oh boy.
Cosmo, what are you doing to the warden? So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance, when did you realize he was missing?
Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday?
It really is recent, laughably so. The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him to not return home at night, but this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day, that certainly has never happened before. Oh, my dear Daly, what could ever have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Is Cosmo fucking the man as an answer to
Yes.
fucking Schultz of N6 and Abby?
Cosmo's, he's holed up with him in the prison, and he's like, give me answers.
Yeah.
I got 2 swords now.
Why, naturally, but sadly, they refuse to listen to my pleas as my husband has only been missing for 1 day. When I was asked to wait patiently at home, or I was asked to wait patiently at home, I know what I said.
In truth, Mrs. Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway, because it will be fun and you will give me money.
Yes, because I would be paid for it. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
And furthermore, let me assure you, a chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it!
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention.
Are they literally just gonna go to the prison and find him there?
You seek only to put the sweets right in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it.
Oh, you know him too well, Dukin.
Do you have a savings account, Mr. Sholmes? Maybe you should have a savings account.
Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Mrs. Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
Do you?
Do you?
Oh, please report to me soon with good news, sir.
Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure, and a bill.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes.
In fact, I like to invoice ahead of time. Good news should be delivered early, I always say, as should checks. If you would be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession. He has no distinctive facial features whatsoever. Thank you. Now, allow me to show you the door.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've simply been marvelous.
You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two, are you sure?
I can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it, did I? Don't see any Bibles about. Merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. I hope. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. If not, I shall tell her that I have successfully located him. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't look at me with those pleading eyes.
Don't drag me into your bullshit. Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case?
Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually. You piece of shit!
Excellent. And what did you make of it?
Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay Prison, I mean.
Ah, so you noted that. The one thing worthy of note.
Yes, the one noteworthy thing.
Yes, we took note of the one noteworthy thing, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery. Unnecessary flashback. Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Thank you. So, it was really renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts.
Barclay Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated.
The professor.
And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem.
Meow.
Meow.
It's all very peculiar.
Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo, and then give me the money.
Sorry?
Run along to the prison and see what you can glean. Would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried. This is probably Caden.
But aren't you gonna go yourself?
Pish tosh. I've got waxwork standing about to do. Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen out with this hair! Mr. Sholmes.
Put a hat on. Didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair?
That was a quite different matter. So I leave it at your capable hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. Toodles!
Of course you are.
Well, this is our life now. God frickin' row.
God frickin' row.
Row.
Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its 4 high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Why are you being so ominous about this, Mr. Dianosuke? Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower.
Ooh. Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh my holy fuck. That's that's a clock.
Yeah.
That is a clock.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that a live parrot, do you suppose? The guillotine's moving, but the parrot is stuffed. Oh boy.
Who the shit is this man?
Oh boy.
Oh, it's a Scottish accent.
It's a Scottish accent. Oh boy.
Good job, baby.
Oh boy, okay. I'm gonna make something up that's gonna sound terrible.
Just
this
Merida the shit.
this place, I don't even know what it is.
You're Russian.
I'm Russian, yeah. This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a civilian was down here. I cannot remember the last time a civilian was down here. He didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me. Make him Italian Russian.
He's just anybody.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
You can know I am the governor, Barry Caden.
Oh yeah, he's Caden.
I'll just make him Minnesotan.
Oh yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Dinosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer.
And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean?
Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan.
Japan! Did you say Japan?
Yes?
Well, there's no any of your kind in here, lady. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh?
I didn't notice another prison next door, sir.
Anyway, we came to ask you some questions about...
I didn't like to be so direct, but... I have no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious-looking Easterners.
Wow! A huge racist!
I'm also racist. Racist. Now get out of my hair.
So as soon as he finds out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means...
I think it's because of the professor case.
Or he's just a racist. You think so too? 10 years ago, Genshin Isogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave at the cemetery behind the prison.
I might have known. You're sniffing around about that case, aren't you?
No, actually.
Your agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt.
No, not at all. We're just...
Get going with you, before I punch your light suit.
We're going! Granted, the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not gonna go get anywhere here, unless we can prove to this man that there's nothing suspicious about us.
Present your badge. I'm a defense lawyer.
Governor Caden.
What are you thinking, Miss Susato?
I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. It was a clue that he was going to be important. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us.
Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. Governor Caden, could I at least show you this?
Nope.
Cool. How many times can one man turn his back on you in a single conversation?
Many.
This guy's got some... he's large. Alright. Back to the hotel.
Back to the hotel.
Aww,
Oh, hey,
look
Pops
at
is just
you.
sitting there.
Hey, Pops. That's Professor Mikotoba over there. Hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. But where's Judge Jigoku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taken himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs. He seriously looks like Crooks.
Having only just
Bruiser.
arrived in the country today? Goodness, he is full of energy.
It's just the bowler cap, huh? Professor, you mentioned something before about how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison. Oh, Governor Caden, you mean? So it is the same man.
Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners. People say that to us a lot.
Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story. Oh, would you? That would be wonderful, if you have time now. Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. Is he drinking coffee on a comfortable settee? Settee?
Settle.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Probably just a couch. Now, I have a rather lot to prepare for. I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. This is the third time I read that sentence before I could say it properly. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that aloud, did I? Mind reading, hello? You Mikototos are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's almost like your head is a container.
History.
Thoughts are contained inside.
I'm shuddering for some reason.
Or could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts? Take that.
Cute.
Let's not fall out now. I have an idea. What's he writing on that piece of paper? It says, I can do what I want. Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Ah, thank you.
Anything else we can talk about?
Good luck then. Nope.
Nope.
The Asogis are really good at disappearing. Oof. Big oofs. Hey, what's up? If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Kaden.
What's this then? You can pull a wool over my eyes, you good for nothing Japanese student. Mikotoba. That young jock from the forensic laboratory. That Mikotoba.
Yes, exactly, him.
Oh dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner.
You know, like you're his daughter?
Like, I'm his daughter. I'm Eugene Mikotoba's daughter, Susato.
Jings! You're the young man's daughter. And you didn't think to mention that before.
I do apologize.
Hey, will you best take a seat then? Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? And didn't forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits. Handcuff biscuits.
I love it. Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing.
I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the onset now.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe like the entire time I've been here.
So then what can I do for you, Anne?
Well, we're currently investigating a case.
It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing? Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor.
Yeah, he sure did change his tune quickly. I love that his hands are clipping through his hip.
Nice, yeah. I haven't heard anything of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Look, they're
no
getting
missing
close to
persons
the
in my
end of the
prison.
game, and they had to get a little sloppy with the animations. It's fine.
Oh,
But how can that be?
it's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Yeah, Vigil.
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing for yesterday for now.
Oh boy.
That means something to him.
We were fucking.
Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir?
We know who the top was.
Aye, of course.
You look at this now.
No.
What's that there then?
It's actually the sign of a Japanese defense lawyer.
Well, if you have to wear something like that to prove who you are, perhaps I should wear these handcuffs, eh?
Wink.
I think maybe they're more of a sign of the people you catch than you yourself.
Aye, that's true. You got me there, Anne.
Not actually a sign of anything, are they? We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison.
Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder.
What do you mean was? Hold on a fucking second. I'm getting goddamn flashbacks. Do you remember? Do you remember the case of the fucking Master Mask? Where he used to be security. Where he was security.
Yep.
And then he got fired.
Yep.
And he had a wife that spent a lot of money.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then he had to resort to thieving.
Well,
Are they really gonna go that far with Are we doing references to other Phoenix Wright games?
That's very wow.
This is almost directly parallel.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh my god.
He's trying to keep up his wife's, expensive hobbies and keep her happy.
Yep. This is fucking Master Mask again.
Yep. We did love that case.
And yeah, and like Master Mask, he was a total fucking chump. Like this guy.
Look at the curly hair.
It's a fucking curly.
It's a fucking curly
Oh
hair.
my god.
Oh
this
my
is
god, it's Master Mask. What if he even has a name and he's a secret redhead? But Mask. There's a mask. He has Cosmo's mask. There's gonna be a mask involved in this.
This
oh
is
god.
fucking Master Mask. Except they were the delights. So. Although again, names changed over the years. So. Hoi oi oi. Sorry, did you say was? Was he fired for stealing company secrets?
He doesn't work here no more. He left the job.
Oh my.
Yeah, because remember, it's like he obviously like doesn't get paid that much as a security guard.
Yeah.
When was this exactly?
There's a question. When was it about? It can have been much less than 1 day ago. 8 days ago. 10 years ago now. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho ho.
Capcom right now crying about how you galaxy braiding through the game because of previous game knowledge. They did this to themselves.
We're so good.
He probably left because of the whole.
Yep, he left because of what he went through.
The professor case. He was traumatized by it.
What?
10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago?
Aye, as I mind it, do you ken? I haven't heard the fellow's name in all that time. That's a worry if he's gone missing, though.
But Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it.
I think perhaps Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know.
Oh my god.
They make no mention of his job to the neighbors.
Yeah?
I think she's unaware that he no longer works here.
Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here?
That's important, is it?
Yes, I believe it may be.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago.
Ah.
Which is exactly when the professor was being held at this prison.
10 years ago.
So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us? What happened to make him leave the job?
In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter.
You mean he was dismissed? Maybe he was supposed to be guarding the prison.
It was after a particular walk.
Sorry, a walk?
Aye, that's our word for it in here. A walk to the gallows.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the fucking professor didn't get killed. An execution.
It's the job of the chief warden to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you see. Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning.
What did he do?
I'm sorry, but I can't reveal that information.
He didn't actually. The professor wasn't killed.
But I can tell you that it's very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post.
But why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here.
She is a kept woman. I wouldn't ken anything about that, I'm afraid.
Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
And what would that be in?
That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's?
My thoughts exactly.
My silence speaks volumes. I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm no at liberty to answer that.
I mean, fair.
I see.
Which is all but saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about Mikotoba.
Let's talk about my pops. My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. Do you ken?
Yes, I can imagine.
The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard. In the basement of St. Sinners. It's still used today.
St. Sinners, that's come up before, I'm sure.
Yes, that's right. We've been there.
Mikotoba and I used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms.
For more fresh material, I suppose.
Aye, and we used to sit in there for hours and gab about dissection and all sorts. Whooch, it takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of coffee biscuits, of course.
How charming.
He was a good fella, your father. Reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese.
Because of Genshin Impact, I suppose.
Because of Genshin Impact.
You do know it's a Chinese game, right?
You all Easterners look same. Well. I cannot tell you anything else.
Thank you so much for your time, Governor. We look forward to deposing you on the stand.
Oh, one moment before your way in. I'm sure I have it here somewhere.
I'm glad that you have an axe strapped to your leg. Hello?
Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison.
What? A prison souvenir that, thank you. I graciously accept your prison souvenir.
In fact, the last time I heard that unironically was yesterday. Oh no. Oh no. I hate that, Riddles. I'm so sorry.
That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course.
Oh my. Are you sure?
Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's no the original, mind. It's not the original.
Thank you very much. Just the Governor Kate is probably just a one that's kept for
Rotate
the
this
records.
evidence?
Chief Warder Daily Vigil
Whoa.
is relieved of his post with immediate effect, having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy, pay, and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Aiding and abetting the escape of this prison of convict, the professor, just prior to his execution. Details of his escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It is believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded.
Could be. Holy fuck. Whoa. Whoa.
Thank you, T-Chef.
He sympathized with the professor's cause.
Yeah, it could have been one of his allies.
Mm-hmm. Will in return.
There's absolutely the Reaper is the professor. Thank you for the setup.
Do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed.
Sure thing. I don't really want to come back here. This place is a nightmare.
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being, unless you'd like to investigate that guillotine clock.
Yes, we need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found about Mr. Vigil. What will you tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? Ah, look, we have an opportunity here now while the governor is away.
To look at the guillotine clock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you could be in prison if you were caught looking at the guillotine clock.
That's a good point. Perhaps not then.
Okay, let's not then.
Oh, I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed. Just gonna stare at the guillotine clock, though.
All right. We're back.
Hello, you two. Oh,
Hello, you two.
Did you like my Sholmes impression?
Did you like my Sholmes? I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all, my dear fellows. Ha ha!
So that's what that delicious smell is.
Greetings, my dear fellows. I've joined the Blue-Haired League now. They're going to give me £5 a week. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes.
Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. Would you like to have some blue tea? Turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application. I do love that it gets his eyebrows.
Oh my.
Pray, tell me, what of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information?
Oh, yes, something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't, but still, we discovered that
Show! Drop everything, Sholmes! There's more important. There's been a murder at the hotel, I swear to God.
Gina?
Murder at the symposium. Toby's missing. I can't Adam and Eve it.
Is it Gregson telling her she's going to Paris?
What's happened? Are you going to Paris?
Motherfucker. Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever.
It's the boss.
No.
What do you mean?
Gregson? Gregson, no!
Inspector Gregson?
He was on the list. The boss is... He's...
On the bright side, I don't have to voice him again.
You're terrible!
No!
The man isn't even in his grave yet!
Gregson!
His body isn't even cold! Gregson! Gregson!
What?
They just found his body. Shot with a pistol.
Well,
he does sound pretty dead.
that sounds pretty dead to me.
I'd be way more upset if we hadn't basically expected this.
What?
But Inspector Gregson?
It was murdered.
No, not Gregson.
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story.
want to see my attorney's badge?
You're terrible.
Gina, I wanted to show you this.
No, not right now. Oh my god! You're terrible, Dukin. You're terrible.
No, what am I thinking? This is hardly the time, is it?
Oh my god.
Sorry,
No,
I had to do it.
God.
I had to do it.
fucking funny though. Oh, Grexy!
Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was...
They were supposed to go to Paris together.
He was really shot?
I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene.
Where did this take place?
A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno
I know the Cliff Queen is the worst.
Brutal. Brutal. Brutal.
Little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. It was perhaps investigating a case then. Thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss was... It was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but... One day, I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective. Oh,
No, Gina!
Gina lost her dad just as soon as she had one. Gina, now...
I feel worse for Gina than I do for Gregson.
So we predicted a dad would die. We just didn't think it'd be Ginny's dad this time.
Hello, Ginny.
Okay, Mikotoba, you have to stay alive now. This game cannot lose any more fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ginny?
The culprit was a young Eastern man.
So who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They got him already. Already?
They've caught the shooter so soon?
A witness reported something was going on and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. Who? What awful person did this?
Or it was the husband?
Lord Van Zeeks.
I still can't believe it myself.
Lord Van Zeeks?
Gina? It was the Reaper! Ah! Ah!
I'm dancing a little bit.
Ah!
We called it.
We called it! We called it! We called it! We called it!
We called
Yes!
Oh, we galaxy brain this whole fucking thing. It's gonna be the
Oh.
Reaper.
Defend Van Zeeks. He's accused of killing Gregson. It's beautiful.
Oh my god, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you don't mean...
The music.
Yeah, they've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it?
You better believe they have.
Yes! That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss.
No, Lord Van Zeeks?
Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Beric Van Zeeks the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They had the gun shop, apparently.
We're gonna have to interview all of them.
God. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room. The room that was locked from the outside. From the inside, it was locked. It was locked. They were trapped in a locked room.
There's no way Lord Van Zeeks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Man, I'm just hemorrhaging tops.
Thank you for informing us, Mr. Strand. I apologize for bringing my bubblegum hair to this severe and sorrowful occasion. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing, did you, Sholmes?
I'm expressing sympathy, not remorse.
Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over the scene right now. Please come and on as soon as you can. You've got to help.
It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard.
Ugh.
Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves.
We need to give Gina her dog now.
I think Sholmes is actually really shaken up by this.
Yeah.
I think he's actually taking this pretty
Real hard, yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Sholmes.
What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Mr. Naruto, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations.
Of course, yes, we will too.
It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you could glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We were for sure going to do that.
We were for sure. Until later then.
That was going to be the first stop, for sure.
Ugh.
Inspector Gregson dead, and Lord Van Zeek's arrested.
Ugh, it's everything we wanted in a case! Except, sorry, Gregson, we didn't want you to die.
We didn't want you to die.
We just expected you to die.
We expected you to be dead because of the note, or because of the
because of the list.
The list. Poor Gina. Poor Gina. And Lord Van Zeek, we totally expected to be on the dock. Yeah. We totally expected him to be on the dock.
Yeah.
Bruno, Sissy, I've called you a handsome. I've called you quite handsome. You're very handsome.
Thank you. I'm so Oh, you mean you called me a cab?
It's waiting outside, and you're very handsome.
Oh, thanks, Iris. Chaui Susato, I'm feeling very confident now.
I'm also feeling quite handsome. Yes.
You're very handsome when you have your drag on.
I was told I was rather handsome.
Ugh.
Mr. Reaper!
Mr. Reaper! It is almost 2. When do we want to do our break?
I was thinking we jog Mr. Reaper.
And then we break?
And then, yeah, break right before the crime scene, maybe?
Okay, break before the crime scene? Okay,
because I do want to talk to him.
Yes, of course.
Ooh, he's read. Oh god, he looks sexy. I'm sorry. He has the gayest sit as well. He has the one leg crossed over the other. Riku is so handsome with his Thames drenched armband.
Mm-hmm.
There he is, Lord Van Zeek's behind bars. How can he be so sexy when in prison?
Mm-hmm.
So it's true. He really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something, with his legs crossed gaily. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zeek's.
I had noticed you. I was trying to sit in the corner and ignore you, but... Fancy meeting you here.
Well, I am a defense attorney. I end up in prison quite often.
They're gonna make Kazuma be the prosecutor.
Oh.
They're gonna make Kazuma be the prosecutor.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's like 110% sure. Oh, Ziva, he's behind bars because he killed Gregson. He shot him with a gun.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't actually even say it.
Last place on Earth I'd like to be, but the last person on Earth I'd like to see.
I couldn't very well not come. After all, you are very handsome.
I'm a minor.
We heard what happened, that Inspector Gregson was...
Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
Okay, Edgeworth.
Exactly.
But...
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please!
I love it how she's just like, I don't believe you did it at all. We're just
Yeah,
like, we
she's
gotta
like,
work together
I need you to help us. Well, I'm in fucking prison, so what do you expect me to do?
There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading? What were you just reading in the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? So what are you reading?
What you reading there? Huh?
What you reading, huh?
Do you like novels?
Yeah. Who's the author?
This. The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance.
Cosimo?
Oh? Who might that be?
Genshin Impact.
Right.
Someone you know, as it happens.
Oh, it's Albert!
Albert Hairbrain, one of my only friends who I haven't talked to in 10 years until he was put on the stand for murder.
My first bottom.
I see that as a very inappropriate children's book.
My first bottom by Lord Van Ziegs. It's extremely graphic.
Yeah. This children's book is absolutely not for children.
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university.
You really keep forgetting that? We don't forget it.
Well, he only has so much space in his brain.
That's true. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace, so let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
May I defend you?
May I defend you?
Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Ziegs never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow.
Oh, he's getting fond of you.
Also, I think that he's just really... I think you know this is worn by people in my country to show their defense lawyers, don't you?
And I think you know that I believed you to be merely playing at lawyercraft initially.
Initially.
But it would seem your armband may actually imply some dormant talent after all.
Wow, you're so nice to me
You're
right
so
now.
nice now, Zeeks.
Lord Van Ziegs, do you mean...
Is that an actual compliment?
Did you actually compliment me?
Let's hope you wake up soon.
Oh!
From these dreams I've been having.
Ooh. Mirkin wants to propose.
Let's make out of the bars.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Riddles, you're hilarious. Yes, I was clearly daydreaming. I must thought I got a compliment there. I don't think that's what he means. I don't think that's what he means at all. I think... Oh no, I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving.
Let's talk about what happened.
What happened?
Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Ziegs? What happened?
How much do you already know? Basically nothing.
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street.
And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested.
We were told that there was nobody else in the room, and some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed. What you need me for. There's really nothing I can add.
You were in the room.
The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
But the gunshot, obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I was
Obviously.
standing there and there was a gun laying at my feet and I leaned down and picked it up and
then I heard a
and
gunshot.
I heard a gunshot.
And then the man jumped out of the boat. I mean, something.
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside.
I just thought it would be fun to taste it once.
I also heard the noise, however. before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened. That would have been a... What do you mean before you could investigate?
What?
The officer would have had to been on site. Unless he heard a different noise. What is going on?
If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with?
That doesn't line up at all.
What is going on here? I don't need to answer that.
I would like to know, though.
Objection irrelevant.
Oh,
After all, you're not representing me.
You better fucking believe I am.
Better believe I am.
Who's your lawyer? I'm gonna murder him. He's gonna need a lawyer, though.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be representing you in court, Lord Van Zieks?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet?
He's like, just get the fuck out of here. Don't represent me.
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
But this is different.
In my career, all of the defendants I've prosecuted, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole.
I want to touch you. I want to touch you very close. Up, all over. Anyway, but you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that?
Thanks. Professor Hairbrain's wetter.
After the trial, Professor Hairbrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your astute little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
How do you know that Germany's far enough away?
Truth.
That's all I'm saying.
That's in Europe, you know.
Yeah,
not that
that's
far.
really just across the channel. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Hairbrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
So the Reaper is framing Van Zieks now that he sent Albert out of the Reaper's reach? Maybe.
Interesting.
That's possible. But why would he target Gregson? Is the thing. Because Gregson was never in court.
Well, you know,
But Gregson was probably protecting Gina.
Gregson was working on this other case that he was talking about when, So Gregson was working on another case, which could have just been the government secrets thing and the disc thing. But I also wonder if he wasn't working on something else, because they talked about that bank thing that was that had all the money for the Great Exhibition.
Yeah, but that would have been spent by now because the Great Exhibition's over.
Yeah, but I just mean that, like, it's not over.
Well, I mean,
it's
it's
supposed to be on for 6 months. So.
All right, well,
I just mean I think Gregson could be up to some other kind of case that we aren't aware of, and
Sure.
maybe that's. Our conversation has run dry. Stop chattering.
there was a 2-second silence, that's all.
He's trying so hard. Well, in any event, you'll excuse me now. I wouldn't like to detain you. Oh.
I was wondering, Lord Van Zeeks, if you'd like... I'd be happy to advocate for you.
Exclamation mark. You trust me, do you?
Yes? I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
No. My feelings can't be used. Feelings. It's a very gracious offer, however. I trust no one.
What?
Not the police, not the judiciary, not you Nipponese.
But please...
I have no intention of engaging your services.
Not even after our Ferris wheel ride together?
We had a Ferris wheel ride together.
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
Deep.
Very deep.
I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again.
Oh, I will be ignoring that.
And neither of us will waste any more time.
He's so sad.
He's so sad. He's so Miles, too.
He's so trying to push him away.
Look at him. Leave me alone.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper.
Leave me alone. Stop talking to me.
Find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Gregson.
No. He's so wounded. Okay. We take break?
We take break.
Oh.
So what we're going to do is we are going to end the strem.
For now.
For now, because what we have to do is we have to go out, get food, eat food, run a couple of errands, and then come back. And then we will be continuing this as long as we fucking can.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
So, do I raid anybody? Should I raid somebody? No, let's not raid anybody.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back. So, if you want to go watch somebody else, absolutely go do that. But we will be back probably, let's say probably 30 to 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Would be close, but it could be up to an hour. But yeah, we will end stream, come back. And yeah, thank you for coming. We love you. Holy shit, this is gonna be so good.
Good.
This is so good. We love you.